Boom. And just like that, we're on. And we're on the phone. And welcome back to the damn podcast, to Blast Out of 2025. This is what that series is going to be. I checked just a moment ago. I don't really keep this information in my mind, even though it was just a moment ago. Today is the 26th of November. And I don't know what time it is. Probably about noon. Still don't matter. 35 days left are in 2025. 35! November is almost done. The holidays are here. Turkey Day falls on the 27th here in the United States of America. 27th. I think November has 31 days, so 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, like 4 days. So that's why we're looking at 31 days of December and what's left of November. We're looking at 36 days. 36? 35. 35 days left of the year. Now, you know my style. Like, share, subscribe, or don't. I don't care. There's going to be a quick video. And if you've noticed, I haven't had a lot of videos. I haven't hit the everyday goal like I wanted to. And boo-hoo. What are you going to do about it? It's already in the past. I've been working. I've been taking care of things and ironing out my plan. But working on the projects that I'm working on calls for a lot of effort, energy, attention, etc., etc. And just like everybody else. So when I have stuff on my plate that's not exactly priority, then it doesn't get done. It doesn't get completed, just like everybody else. And that kind of brings me to my point, because leaving these videos, this channel, creating this channel is supposed to do more than just be a countdown to the end of the year. This is an ability for you to harness your power with what's left of the year, ground yourself, and prepare yourself to blast out of 2025. Get into 2026 already in the air. Not getting in January or February and putting your plans together. Not trying to figure out, okay, now it's the new year. It's the first. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start journaling. I'm going to start making goals. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. No. By the time the new year hits already, we're not counting down anymore. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7. We're not counting days. We're not counting seconds once we cross the threshold. Once we cross the threshold, it's done. It's over. Goodbye, vamoose. It's flames. It's dust. It's clouds. It's what used to be. 2025 will be in the past, right? So I have a small list of stuff here that I think will work well with some of the information I wanted to try to convey to you in this meeting, in this conversation today, in this presentation, this video. It all boils down to this. Sometimes we get asked to do things that we don't want to do, and we end up not doing them. Or sometimes we do them and we're not as good at them. Or sometimes we do them and we're great and we get stuck doing them over and over and over and over again. So you're here on my channel, on this video, to hear something that maybe nobody else is telling you, which is sometimes you need to stop. Sometimes you need to quit. Sometimes you need to pause. Sometimes you need to let it be. Sometimes you need to turn around and walk away. Sometimes it's the complete opposite. Sometimes you need to dial in. Sometimes you need to set goals. Sometimes you need to isolate and put on the blinders and just see exactly what's in front of you. Because if we're looking everywhere, there's a lot that's going to take our attention. And then when our attention is split between a lot of things may only move just a little bit. So now is the time in what's left of 2025 to start allowing things that really don't have a place on your plate to fall off. It's the time for you to really, truly align yourself with what priorities really matter and identify how your goals align to those priorities, because sometimes our priorities are not aligned with our goals. So take what is left of the year and do some of this stuff. So I have a little list here, and it's my daily do. I don't call it my to-do list anymore. It's my daily do list. And it starts with simple, right? I'm just looking through this and I know where I'm going to start and where I'm going to stop, right? So on my daily do, its goal is like this. I'm supposed to plan something. I don't know, plan a video, plan time to meditate, plan what I'm going to eat, just plan more goals, whatever. And then I need to schedule time. I need to schedule time for these videos. That's why you guys haven't been getting these videos. I haven't been planning, I've been scheduling time, but I've been busy. Now I'm just kind of doing this impromptu. You probably can tell, but again, what are you going to do? My daily want. What do I want to experience every day? Going to the park. What kind of food do I want to eat? What do I want to experience in meditation? Do I want to experience fame? Do I want to experience fun? Do I want to experience calmness? Do I want to experience challenges? It's up to me to set the ideas and priorities of what it is that I want to experience that day. Because let's take challenges, for example. Let's take riding a bike, for example. You probably will never become the best cyclist in the world if you don't take a chance and challenge yourself to learn how to ride a bike. And then learning how to ride a bike is just one aspect of it. Then you got to do it over and over and over again until you challenge yourself. And then you have to find a way where you're not so good at it. So this way you could challenge yourself. You push yourself out of the comfort zone and find challenges. Just because you're not being challenged in your life doesn't mean that you've won. It just means that you're not expanding farther enough to find the next level of discomfort where the universe and God and your growth have all come together to set up challenges for you to evolve and grow into something bigger and better. Which brings me to my next point. There's an idea in finance about compound interest. See if I can do a quick visual diagram. All right, how compound works. I have this bundle of pens here. I'm going to see what I can do with it. This is how regular interest works, okay? Let's assume that I only have this for the sake of the amount of pieces I have. This is how regular interest works. You take something, you put it in the bank, and then you get pretty much maybe the same or equivalent to it or so, and that's your interest, and now they combine, right? And it grows a little bit, just a smidgy bit, right? A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, measuring from here to here, more. Compound interest is a little bit different. Compound is like what you do in one day, the next day is going to be there, and then you get something else. So you remember in the first diagram, we were just maybe we had this amount of interest. Or maybe we had this amount of interest or compound. So learning or education, as well as good habits, bad habits, and money. So when we're talking about money, if we put this much in the bank, maybe we'll get a little bit of interest. That's regular interest, a little bit more, right. Okay, so now let's say over the length of a year, we've gotten all this bit of interest. Compound interest is, likewise, it compounds in whatever you educate yourself with. Likewise, money, likewise, bad habits. So remember that. So if you are having a bad habit, it's not just going to grow a little bit, it's going to compound. The next day, you're going to have a bit more of another bad habit. And then beyond that, there's going to be another bit of a more bad habit. And then another bit of a more bad habit. And then another bit of a more bad habit. And now you look at all this, you have all this bad habits going on, and you didn't realize it. Or you have good habits going on. Look again, how education, you just start with one book. You read one book, oh, that leads you to the path to reading another book. And look, you read a third book, and now you read another book. Maybe you join a book club, and wow, you've read all these many books. That's education. Likewise with money. If you're putting this amount of money away and it's compounding, put some more, right? And it puts some more. And then what? You put some more. So all of this matters because of where we are right now in this time, is that every day you should be pouring into your bucket, because whatever you do is going to compound over time. It is going to grow. It's going to grow incrementally. The normal set of interest is there, but compound. Things are going to compound. They're going to grow. They're going to get bigger. And the thing is, we need to not let it escape us that this is regarding our money. What we spend, the habits that we take, it will continue to grow. It will compound and grow exponentially over time. The bad habits or good habits that we decide to include in ourselves, they will grow incrementally and compound over time. Likewise with education. If you put yourself into a college, or you start reading books, or you just watch more webinars or whatever it is, over time it compounds. And that's my point, because if you're not focusing on what you need to be focusing on, or your list of stuff isn't what you want to halfway focus on, there's more to my list. Fun, grill, bowling, see sunsets, see sunrises, get my DJ equipment, start DJing again, practice the bass guitar, get time in the studio, practice instruments, and have a 5-star dinner. So all this stuff is on my list to do, but what do I need to do to get there, right? Here's the end of the video. There's this concept of physiology. Physiology, I believe, is like the connection between the brain and the body and what we do with it, right? All these hand motions, how we dress, how we look, stuff is similar. I just want to paint the picture. But right there's something simple about smiling. If we can smile, even a fake smile when you're not happy, you take your cheeks and go like this, right? Now there's a little bit, your body, the muscles inside are saying, oh, there's something going on. It sends messages to the brain. The brain says, maybe we should smile. Maybe we should help the body. And then it releases oxytocin or whatever it is, the chemicals, whatever it is in our body that allows us to be more happier, be more congruent, and stay focused on what we want and have fun in the challenge. So remember to smile, because that builds and compounds over time as well. All of this matters when we're setting our goals, and all of this matters again because we're basically just a big brain and trying to do what we can with all the extremities of our body. So we want to liven up and breathe life and expand those neural pathways again. So sometimes it's as simple as just smiling, right? And then as you smile when you're not happy, or smile when you are happy, or just smile when you're thinking to yourself, and over time, it begins to compound, and then you end up enjoying more of your life sooner, faster, quicker, more easily, because you've taken simple actions in the meantime. So with the remaining 35 days left of 2025, I want you to take this piece of information with you. Do with it what you will. People are not running to save you, to capture your attention, to put you in the best place that you want to be. Likewise, nobody's setting goals for you. Nobody's got projections or ideas about where you're going to be in 2026. Granted, there's always the exception, but more realistically, all of that, nobody has a better, higher vision that could potentially be for your life except for you. So don't waste time on everything that doesn't make sense and doesn't matter and won't turn into something else. I finally got here in front of you guys again. I hope you liked the video, or I hope you hate it. Like, share, subscribe, or don't. I don't care. I've told you guys before, if you're watching me, it's already too late. This video is already in the past. This moment was already in the past. You got to do something with your time right now. Close the video, like, so this way I'm there next time you open up. But get up, get outside, go shovel some snow, go stand in the wind, go to the park, find some place to grill, eat some yummy food, hit the sunset, sunrise. If you want fame, go get the fame, go have some fun, or be calm, meditate, just whatever you do. Remember, realize this is all going to be part of your daily do, and it all compounds. So it's going to grow incrementally over time, bigger and bigger. And that's it for me, guys. I'm out of here. DJ Free Press, aka Sonny Tyson. Blast out of 2025. You got 35 days left. Make the most of it. Peace.